So this will end up being kind of a boring session. Well, I guess I did kill a bunch of stuff. I guess it's whether or not you're into exploration or wanting destruction of wildlife as to whether or not this was entertaining or not, but I have everything I need to craft the stuff I need for the trophy, so it's a big thing. Normally I don't kill a bunch of deer, so what we're probably going to do is lay this stuff out back here to dry out. Then we're going to go across the broken railroad trellis to wherever that goes. I think it's the airfield. We'll spend a couple weeks there because that is a huge map and we probably won't even do half of it while we're there. Sure, why not? Might as well get it all, right? That looks like that's going to be an Aurora. Which may actually be good for me. If I wait until all the wolves are running around going wiggy, I don't think they'll attack me. You have like a 10 or 15 minute in-game window where all the wolves that have already spawned get afraid of the sky and start acting crazy and not doing their normal thing. And then they run off and basically despawn and disappear, and then the Aurora wolves come out. But during that 15-minute period, which is, I don't know, maybe like a minute or two of game time, you are wolf free basically. That's the lockbox. I was like, what is that back there? We did put a spray paint thing on that one, didn't we? We should have put it on the wall, is where we should have put it. So we could see it from further away. Yep, it's there. Yeah, that was the one with the sticks. Oh yeah. Good times.
The sun is setting.
I put 3 sticks in a safe deposit box. That sounds like something I should do to my kid. I'd be like, oh, I wonder what dad had a safe deposit box. Is it, you know, great granddad's war medals or doubloons, or, you know, because I actually have, I have one doubloon from like 1572, something like that. So it's not without the realm of reason that I have stuff like that in there, but he should open it up and just be some sticks from the yard that he played with when he was a kid. Oh my god, he got so upset the other day because we have a big yard and I had a burn pile going to get rid of all the tree limbs and stuff to fall because we have like 30 trees. And I accidentally burned his favorite stick that he'd been playing with for like 3 months or 4 months or something. And he was so upset. He was so cute. He was like, why would you do that? Oh, he's going after those deer. And I paid him $4 in compensation for the destruction of his stick. And he still went and ratted me out to mom about it. Of course, he didn't mention the part where I monetarily compensated him for his damages. No, he left that out. All she heard is that I burned his favorite toy, basically. I don't know. Something told me that he had put it to the side for some reason because it was like all the way up against the house. But he didn't say, hey, you're out here burning every stick on an acre of property. Don't burn that one. You know, he had been out there that day. He could have told me. Maybe he just didn't think about it. Isn't it lovely that some kids still play with sticks and play outside and stuff like that? talk about how he doesn't eat, but he's like the only kid that a pediatrician has that's not overweight or just flat out obese. So she said just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. He looks skinny because you're so used to seeing kids that are overweight, which is just disturbing to think about. She said we're doing absolutely fine. Give him multivitamins and let him do his thing. Okay, yeah, see, now is like where they'll start going nuts. Because that was the first time we heard it. And you'll hear them start going crazy in a second. Okay, so let's... Are those all the wolf intestines too? Or the bear intestines? I think they are. Okay, let's drop... Okay, and so we should have, I think, barely enough deer and like an extra wolf. And then one of the two bear we need. We need the other bear from Bleak Inlet. What? You guys? How are you gonna let me leave a book like that?
I think I can use this.
Oh, man. What, you're not gonna let me read it? Oh, is it not late enough yet? Is that what it is? Oh, let's take care of that. Hike up to the overlook after the call came in over the radio was uneventful. It started to snow, which I didn't leave me confident about the evac if we need it. Yeah, I don't think they're coming for you, friend. You know what? I think we have some in here on the floor. Did we come in here and look? Oh, shoot. Oh, did that always used to be there? I don't remember that one being live before. I don't know. I get electrocuted a lot, so I wouldn't exactly take my word for anything like that. About back here, did we search back here really good? Looks like it. Okay, so we got 2 rope, yeah, deer hide. Yeah, let's just take it all outside. That one's done, you can stay. Oh, we gotta take it around and take it outside. Okay. Deer go here. Intestines go here.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I don't know where the sticks went. Put them here. Okay. I don't know if there's a difference between inside and outside for that. Yeah, see, I knew I had sticks. But we'll take them inside and put them in the locker. We got plenty of room in there. No reason to leave them outside and outside a container when I'm not entirely sure how that system works. Okay, do not go right. Surround sound saved me on that one. I heard it to my right and then turned and looked down. That's the only reason I didn't get fried. We'll go ahead and leave it. We'll see if we can get by.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Let's drop those books. Oh, I can't read. That one I have read. Yeah, one of the later game things that I'll do is put all these in the same place. I'll gather them and make a library somewhere. The hippies still running around the woods. Oh, let's drop the food items. Except thing for Larry. We're keeping a potato for Larry too. Drop that. Drop that. Drop those. That. Those. Oh no, that's Larry's. Give that back. Syrup. That's Larry's. Okay, we got coffee. We got 150% MRE. 71%. 73%. Yeah, I want to say all this stuff was in pretty good shape when I dropped it. That's basically a full lantern full of fuel there. Yeah, see? I think 0.26 is a full one. Yeah, that says it right there. Okay, so when we go to leave Broken Railroad, this one is coming with us. So let's put it right here. I mean leave, not, you know. This one's staying here because it's like way full. Yeah, this is 2, 3. It's between 3 and 4 lanterns full of oil, almost 4. So we're gonna leave that here to refill out of whenever we need it. Okay, I am... It's midnight, but I'm not entirely tired yet. I'm gonna step outside and see, that's something you don't say in Arctic survival situations. I'm just gonna step outside for a minute. That's how you tell everybody you're gonna go walk off in the snow and die. Eva responded to the railroad worker near the ravine. Bad encounter with a wolf, they said. His leg looked the worst of it, but I couldn't do much. His leg looked the worst of it, but I couldn't do much. Okay, I just thought I just couldn't read for a minute. Okay, so we got another memory out of that. It's kind of cheesy, but I think they've added some of these, and so I haven't read them all. And they kind of tell a story. I don't know if they've linked them so that you can, what am I doing on weight? And then in the 99 normally, so I can carry one rope. Okay, we're doing good. Yeah, see, this is another new one. For update on Forest Stalkers. Thanks for getting back to me. Good to know you passed word to management about getting more security out to the shed. Even though we can't always keep an eye on everything when we're out working, it's good to know our gear should be safe over there. Jerry, crew number 2. Jerry, Baltimore, and to Rick Dennis. Okay. I really want to read some of that book, but let's get some sleep. And once again, coffee is not something... I don't know about the oats, but coffee and tea are something that you can't let go bad, because it won't let you cook it afterwards. Okay, so yeah, we still have like 4 pounds, so we're doing good. I'm going to drop that wood up here in a second. Actually, I'm going to take this coal. Okay. Trying to look under that pallet and stuff. This crate here is another one where I always want stuff to fall out of it. I usually almost always break it down. One other day when we come here and I'm bored, I'll break down a bunch of this stuff. Probably when I forge stuff. I mean, I guess I could stay here and forge stuff now. We got a ton of meat and stuff. But, I just don't kind of feel like it. I need to forge an entire set of weapons, so I need to forge a shiv and an axe, and then like at least one arrowhead. Okay. I did actually map the maintenance yard, right? Like, yeah, okay, it's there. I don't know what all this is. That's probably this way. That's probably up there. Oh, those 5 birds right there. There's a storm a-brewing. There's the swimming with bow-legged women. I can't remember if my long coverage of the James Bonds was in the lost footage the other day, or if it is still on a tape somewhere. But that's another thing, is that, you know, I talked about how half of the Sean Connery movies are awful. It's awful. You know, because everybody says he's the best Bond. Those are people just saying that from not having watched the movies. Go watch the movies. They're horrible. One of them was so horrible, Thunderball, that they put the original director's name on it, like Joss Whedon or something like that, but he only worked for the movie for... I was going to sit here and shoot these birds, but I'm not going to take them with me. And I'm full, kinda, so let's just leave them. I'll leave that stick, too. but he sued them. It took him like 10 years to win in court. Like, it took him a long time for them putting his name on the film when it was garbage. And that he barely worked on it. And they were ruining his name and his reputation. And the judge said, you know, like, okay, do you want $50 million or do you want the rights to make a James Bond movie? And he's like, I want the rights to make a James Bond movie. And then the studio was like, well, what? And so that's what Never Say Never Again is that guy wanted the rights to make a Bond movie. And that's why Connery was on board with it, because he liked the guy, he liked the director, and he liked his ideas for the movie. And then the new director came in, and it was all garbage. And so when he went to Connery, he was like, hey man, I want to do one more, you in? And he's like, yeah, I'm in. And but that's why Never Say Never Again is not in any of the Bond collections when you see them. Because it was made by like Miramax or something. It was made by a different studio.
Looks like this has been here a while.
But yeah, that's and it is one of the better Connery movies. But as I said, the very best Sean Connery movie isn't the very best James Bond movie with Sean Connery isn't even a James Bond movie. It is The Rock, which was done by not J.J. Abrams. What's the explosion guy? Does like Transformers and movies where a bunch of stuff has CGI and blows up. I can't remember. Did I actually look under the visors? Yes. But anyway, Michael Bay. I think it was Michael Bay. Hold on a second. Yeah, it was Michael Bay that did The Rock. That was like his first movie. And that is supposed to be James Bond that was held in Alcatraz without trial and anything else for 40 years or something. But so give that movie a watch. It is a damn good movie. And anytime you watch a Michael Bay movie and you're like, how did this guy get money for these movies that are garbage? It's because of The Rock. It's because every once in a while he makes a really good movie. A really, really good movie. And then all the rest of them are garbage. He sold out to explosions and special effects instead of just writing a good story. But it's got some good actors in it too. It's got Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris, which if you don't know who he is, you'll know when you see him. He's been bald for, I don't know, as long as Mr. Clean. I can't remember who else. Oh, Michael Biehn, I think is in it. From Aliens. Yeah, so officially or unofficially, there are 2 more James Bond movies than the James Bond studio claims. But there are some great videos online where you can go and look up, you know, was James Bond and The Rock. And they go over like the entire timeline of all the Bond movies and how it exactly fits. The James Bond was in San Francisco Bay, like where Alcatraz is, like in 1961 or something like that, which is when he was supposed to be busted and sent there, you know, was sometime in 61. And so they're saying that he had a mission there when he was done, got caught, and the CIA threw him in there because they didn't know what else to do with him. Did I map right there? Like, I gotta get the transition too. Okay, yeah, I think I mapped back here. Like, I think I mapped in the car or something. But yeah, you gotta get the little transition thingy. No, but every time I see the rock, I forget how good it was. I'm always impressed by it the second time whenever I see it. A little trick we haven't talked about yet, I can't do it here, but normally when I pass long trains and stuff, I always pass it on the right. And that way you pass down one side on the way there, and then the other side on the way back. And so you always see both sides of the train. Now you can always turn around and check to see if anything's there. You know, I don't begrudge you that. Look down there, see what we got. You know, look up there. But you'll see me do it from time to time. God, look at that light bloom. Like, it's better to walk sideways. Look at that. It's like you can't see nothing like this. Nothing. Idiotic. The other lantern doesn't do that. It's not that bad. Yeah, can we even pass on this side if we wanted to? No. Okay, so this is one where we have to pass on the right. But we are going to turn around and look anyway, because reasons. But yeah, I went and watched all of the James Bond movies in order. I think it was during COVID. Like, I mean, everybody was doing weird stuff. For like the 2 weeks when everything was closed, like I think I did it then. I don't think my wife watched them all. I think she saw 1 or 2, like 1.5 of the bad Connery movies, and she was like, yeah, I'm out. To do something else. For 2 weeks. But, yeah. Thunderball especially, it's just bad. Thunderball and I think Dr. No. Goldfinger is really good. That Man with a Golden Gun, isn't that one of them? That one's good. And then, When You Only Live Twice, I think is one. I think that one's kind of bad. I think that's the one where he's like a 6'4" Chinese man. This yeah, it's sort of blackface, bro. Like, oh, and completely not believable. Let's not stop there. Like, not a whole bunch of 6'4" English, Scottish dudes walking around Japan. I forget if he was supposed to be in Japan or China, but it was dubious at best. I'm surprised that people haven't called for that one to be banned or removed or stricken from memory or whatever. There's even a episode of the Venture Brothers that makes fun of that, where Jonas Venture, who's super tall and super big like that, dressed up Chinese, and he was holding his corners of his eyes so they were slanted the entire episode or the entire segment or whatever. And then the bad guy is like, yes, of course you're Chinese. You despite the fact that you're easily 6'4".
Well, this stuff will come in handy. I'll take it.
Oh. It's a 100%er, but I think I got one that's like 75 right now. So I don't really need it. So we'll put it there for later. Okay. So there's two different ways you can go. You can go down that way, or you can go this way. I think originally you were supposed to have to go down before you go up. This is one of the reasons. But they put, apparently the developers didn't like it because they put a crowbar on both sides of the door. Now that one in that room was kind of hidden a little bit, like I had to look for it, but sometimes it's out in the open. But right down the path here, there should be another one on this side. So that if you spawn out here, that you can get out. Because if you didn't have a pry bar on this side, you wouldn't be able to leave the zone. Yeah, so here it is right here. That's for people on their way out that want to leave. Down there is where the door is down there somewhere. Yeah, you see a railing right there. Right there. Why did that get this? Oh, it's my, oh yeah, I think it's condition based. Can you change that? Yeah, I guess you can base it. You can keep one of your guns in better condition than the other one. No, my rifle's worse condition and has been for a while. So let's put it away. No, I got the pistol out that time. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But the special flashlight should be right here. At least right here somewhere. Oh, that's what it is. See, there's not a rope there. So you have to go down to go up. There's another pry bar and a rope. So yeah, somebody wrote this part where you would have to be geared up to get through it. And then somebody else was like, nah, that's dumb. We ain't doing that. Which in this case I'm prepared because I remember that you need ropes out here. I just didn't remember it being right here. But I think we still need another one later. So we're going to go ahead and tie this one off. And I'm trying to remember if you can go around this. Like, I think you can go around this coming back, but I don't know if you could go around it going there. So, I mean, strictly speaking, it's probably better to go back around and just walk down the steps rather than going down a rope. I just mapped right there, didn't I? Yeah, I think that would be the climb point. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can get up here spraining 50 ankles, but I don't know if I really want to do that. This one looks like it's more definitively you're not supposed to do it than the other ones. Like, I'm sure that Zach and some of the other pro players can do it and they know the exact path to take, but I don't like breaking ankles. As I think I expressed in a prior video, I don't like the, oh, I forgot to walk off and leave the flashlight. I even said it was in here.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Huh. The train car just doesn't show up. Weird. Okay, does that deer is just frozen? Is he like not moving? Okay, there we go. It looks like he has like thumper on his back or something. You see that? It looks like there's something on his back. Oh, it was his antlers. Okay. Like, that looks weird. But yeah, in real life, animals can, in fact, freeze standing up, solid, so that when you find them later, they're just dead on their feet, frozen. There was a blizzard, and like, I don't know, photography was around. I think it was like I think it was like right before the Great Depression. There was a huge blizzard, and like 20 feet of snow dropped some places, like apocalyptic levels of snow. And normally herd animals, they walk around, and not only to keep the blood flowing, but to trample the snow so that they don't get bogged down in it. But it was coming down so fast that entire herds of cattle and horses and stuff like that froze standing up. And so that when spring came and the snow melted so that you could finally see them, they were all just standing out there like statues. There's pictures of it. You can go look it up online. I think radio was a thing then too, and I remember reading transcripts of, well, if they have photography, they had radio, but I remember reading transcripts of some of the radio broadcasts where they told people, like, this includes us here at the station, like, this is wherever you are, if you're in a building, do not leave. Like, you're probably going to be there for like 4 weeks or something, but do not leave. If you leave that building, you will not live. Like, there's going to be no way, there's no way your car can get home from wherever you are. It's too late. Stay where you are. Stay safe. If you need food or whatever, just sit tight. Let people know where you are, and we'll try to get to you when we can. Like, it's a big deal. I read like a 20-page article somewhere on it one time. Just all the different states that were affected. It was like the entire, like, Midwest, like all the flyover states, like all of them. And the Rockies and everywhere. It was huge. Basically like a Category 5 blizzard, if there was such a thing. Yeah, I love the way the weathermen manipulate the reports without disclosing it, and they're always like, oh, this is the earliest a Category 5 has been ever. No, because they said in the broadcast this year that a hurricane hunter or whatever is dropping stuff in it every single minute they get new readings. Okay, when I was a kid, you got an update like every 4 hours. So, you know, if that, you know, they didn't fly over it like every minute, dropping stuff into it. First of all, I think that's a little bit excessive. You know, probably like a lot excessive. Like every half hour is probably good. You know, you don't do, because people are in those planes. They're not drones. And I mean, a lot of people, like, they don't understand that they're not flying through the hurricane. They're flying, you know, 60,000 feet above it or something. They're flying in high orbit, dropping the stuff down, but still, you don't need to be risking your life like that. If there's a problem with the plane, you can't descend into the hurricane to land. So that's what makes it dangerous. It's not the fact that you're flying through wind, because you're not. It's the fact that you don't have anywhere to go. Same thing, you cannot charter a flight to Antarctica. You cannot physically go to Antarctica. Elon Musk cannot go to Antarctica. And you're thinking, oh, Elon could? No, he couldn't. Not unless he takes one of his spaceships. Because the, not the FAA, but like the International
Any of this gear.
Airline Association, or whatever it is, the people who run the airlines internationally, have a rule where you can't go more than 2,000 miles or something from an airport. Like, you have to be within a certain range of an airport, and Antarctica is not. So the only ones that can go there are like the military flights, they go like once a year, or actually they go twice a year. They go twice a year to pick people up, drop people off, scientists, and to drop off supplies. And those are the only people that are allowed on and off. But there's a pretty good channel where a guy it's one of the scientists or whatever at the North Pole. Actually, I think he's their medical doctor, or one of the medical doctors. Oh, it's something I learned because the medical doctor in the 70s, I think 75 or something like that, 1975, had to remove his own appendix because it was going to rupture, and he was the only surgeon there. And so now everybody that goes to Antarctica has to have their appendix removed before they go. Maybe he was exaggerating. Maybe he was saying the medical people have to. So, you know, the medical people can take out your appendix, but you can't take out your own. So you gotta have that done before you leave if you're a doctor or you're a nurse. Pretty cool though, right? Okay, there's something up there.
I think I can use this.
%. Sir, that is always welcome. I'll just take that so that they don't know you died with condensed milk, because, you know, you could have lived like a whole week on that can of condensed milk. Why can't I get up there? Okay, so this goes up. Right? Or does this just come down? It doesn't neither. What, you just get up there and look around? I know I've been here, but I want to say I always come the other direction. This looks sussy. Nothing? Okay. That looks like it's supposed to be a ramp down, so I'm guessing you can come over and drop down on the way back that way. Anyway, we're wasting fuel. Let's get out of here. Drop some of this garbage. No, but the medical doctor posts to YouTube. I think it's like Joe Spins the Globe or something like that. Yeah, but my whole family watched all those. I had heard about the stations for years. They finally learned to put them on stilts they can crank up so they don't get bogged down in the snow. And so the whole station moves upwards, and they've been doing that for, I don't know, like 20 years or something. They get like 20 or 30 years out of the stations when they're like that, rather than just 3 or 4. Because eventually it'll sink into the snow, and then the snow will crush it. Like, you'd think that it would just be fine and just buried in snow, but the snow actually has weight, and it not only does it press down from the top, which you could probably deal with, but it just presses from all the way around like a submarine. Eventually crushes it like a beer can. On a related note, somewhere I think in Greenland? Newfoundland? I think it's in Greenland somewhere. The US Army had a base set up that ran on a nuclear reactor. and so they had to abandon it because it was getting crushed. Because, you know, it's the 1950s, you know, so they were like, we have to be running our light bulbs, so let's put a nuke in here. And so now there is a wandering nuclear reactor inside an ice sheet
Too heavy to carry.
in Greenland that's just wandering around like nobody knows where it is or what kind of state it's in, but sooner or later it's going to be a radioactive disaster. There's all kinds of stuff like that going on. There's one of the last Nazi submarines to sink was carrying 2 prototype jet engine planes to the Japanese along with a bunch of other stuff. And some of the other stuff was, I think they were sending them some prototype like weapons and some other stuff. I mean, the war was basically over at that point. Hitler was losing, and so he sent all of his schematics and everything that he could to his allies so that they could hopefully turn things around since he couldn't. And one of the some of the stuff that they were sending them, unfortunately, was mercury, because Japan does not have a way to make or produce mercury. They don't have it. They can't get it. And so now there is this sunken submarine in the North Sea somewhere, like off the coast of Norway or something.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
That has just like, when they said the amount, like it was laughable. They're like, it has 30 tons of mercury or something on it, and you're like, holy crap. And it's in these little glass vials that are just clanking around down there. And it is absolutely an ecological disaster that's waiting to happen. All that mercury gets out somehow. Because sooner or later the ship's going to rust through and it's going to cave in on itself, and slowly they're going to rupture. So, but that's one of the problems with our governments, is that nobody's ever held accountable. You know, there should be somebody up there trying to take care of it. That somebody should be Germany or Japan or both, trying to fix it before it gets worse. But, you know, governments don't want to do that. Just like Japan should be spearheading cleaning up the Pacific Ocean. I mean, I know that they didn't mean for a tsunami to hit their place and to wash away entire cities and states and stuff, but that's what 90% of the debris in the Pacific Ocean is. You keep hearing about that big pile. It's stuff from the tsunami. You know, entire cities were washed away, but they should be spearheading the effort to clean that up. But basically, just everybody's going to turn their back and not do anything about it. Okay, so this is... it is a rabbit. I'd say this is what I'm talking about. There's no need to walk down the other side because I don't think there's a second open car. You know, unless there's a body hanging out there, I'll walk down it later and look at it. Always keep it on one side. Always pass it on the right, just like you're driving in traffic. Unless you're England or Guyana or whatever the 2 countries that are left that drive on the other side of the road. That's something where the international community should speak up on that too. Join the modern era already. every other country on Earth. There's like 150 countries, like 3 of them drive on the wrong side of the road. They're tired of manufacturing cars for you that are backwards. Suck it up like everybody else did that converted and have a year of accidents as you learn to drive on the correct side of the road. And that'll be that. I know you're saying I'm an arrogant American. Oh, you say that that's the correct side of the road. Well, no, 147 countries say that's the correct side of the road. Stop making the entire automotive industry cater to you. You gotta spin it as being bad for the environment somehow, like how much work and effort and stuff goes into retooling those factories every year, or do they just make cars just for England? Let's go to the zone of contamination. Didn't mean to do that. I don't think it'll, yeah, it won't let me map here. Sorry. Yeah, I can't even see if there's anything on the ground or anything. This is nuts. This is like it's worse than not having light. Like this is bad. There's no reason for it to be like this. That's just stupid. Would I pay all this money to have high definition televisions for you to go and do that? Does that really, I guess it constitutes being outdoors, whatever. Sure. Yeah, I think this goes to the corrupted mines or whatever. Like, I don't even think I can get in them. Since on the computer I haven't done the radio towers yet at the airport, I don't think it'll let me. So I'm gonna have to turn around and just go back. Has it updated the world map yet? Yeah, okay, because I couldn't get to this before, or I couldn't figure out how. Or branch line transfer pass, so yeah, I'm going to the zone of contamination. I think from transfer pass, they were going to put in a way to go to the airfield. I don't know if they ever did it. But that was like on their wish list. I know I've seen outside where like you fill up the train with coal or whatever. I forget the name of the building. I think it's up here maybe. But I remember seeing a rock with a rappel point that you couldn't get to.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, so we'll end up staying here tonight. And I'm probably gonna log out up here when we get to the building. This is where I think it is. And then we are going to explore the crap out of this map before we leave it and make sure that there's no way off of here. And then even if we do go to zone of contamination, we're gonna probably hug the entire edge of the map doing like a crater run and seeing if we can find transition areas to go there, because we would rather be at the airfield. That's where I wanted to go. I could have looked it up or whatever on the maps or whatever, but that's what this is. Get out and explore. Because I thought that the airport was off the road in Pleasant Valley, but I didn't know if this came here too. And then some of these places, like there's like a upper and a lower level to go different places, I think. Like one of them, you go through the transition and it's in a valley, and if you do it from a different map, you're on top of it, and there's a crevasse, you know, where you look down into the valley. But they both go different places, I think. Said I'm not overly fond of memorizing stuff. I intentionally try not to pay attention sometimes. Not sure really what I expect to find back here. I don't think they put any cards on these new maps. Could be wrong though.
Feels like night is coming.
I'm trying to think of why you couldn't, what you wouldn't be able to do on the mine map without doing the other stuff first. Like I can't think any place where you wouldn't be able to get in. Okay, this does not look like where I thought it was.
I need to find food.
I thought this was going to the filling station for the train. Actually, it might be. Tracks just might be longer than I remember. Yeah, this is it. Okay.
Full rest suit. I'm gonna
Yeah, there's like a little ticket office up here, like Old West train station.
just need to close my eyes.
Me too, sister. Me too. Gonna need to get water and stuff going up here. This is a major stopover point. Like I said, I don't think it's just for the mine. Like I thought I remembered, well, I do remember seeing up on this side back behind here. I remember seeing a climb point that you could attach a rope to and come down from somewhere up there. But I never found out how. But considering we're out here with a rope and this isn't where we were intending to go, we may as well check it out. This map is usually kind of quiet as far as wildlife. I was going to take a picture for the thumbnails. Let's get inside. Okay, before we get into too much, what do I got to eat? Need to drink. Okay. I'm not gonna search here. I'll search when I wake up. Yeah, so if Elon Musk wanted to go to Antarctica, he would have to buy a ticket on a military aircraft of some country that was going there. And it's still dangerous as all hell. There's no place for you to go. Crafting. Oh man, you know, I've never actually made those. I forgot they were a thing. And even if he did find somebody to pay enough money to fly him there, I mean, that would be one of the big things, would be that he'd have to find somebody crazy or stupid enough to want to fly there, because it's probably pretty much the worst place you could fly in the world is Antarctica. It's very dangerous. Even if there was some place to feasibly land somewhere in between, it's not a good environment, turbulence-wise or anything else. Okay, let's drop a lot of that. What else we got? We'll go through this later. I don't feel like doing it now. Alright, well thank you very much. That is all she wrote for tonight. Here I am searching. I'll search tomorrow. And I left my bedroll. That's how tired I am. Alright. No, wait. Let's check that, actually. Let's see if this book puts me over. There we go. Well, I got that anyway. I want to say the badges don't pop until the next time you log in. Let me check that.
Scare.
Oh, did I not save it? I don't know. Did I not save it? I didn't save it. Oh well. Just end this.
It's getting kind of heavy.
Okay, so came out here to transfer pass, and I have not searched this yet. There's not really a lot here to search, so. Should only take a second. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. If there is something else, we'll find it later. We'll find it along the way. Can't remember if I mapped here. That looked like yes. The other one. Oh, I didn't save when I read the book. Let's keep it. We'll read it later. The weather sounds like it's good. Get out of here. Why is it still holding me down? The rope. Don't need this. We'll see.
Barely walk with this much gear. This'll come in handy.
A lot more of the food is showing up ruined. Where are we now? Day 120 or something? Close. Did that show up on my map? I don't see vacant depot on the map, like written. Okay. I don't know. We try it again. I'll just leave it.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
This place in particular gets out of hand fast with throwing stuff on the floor. Usually I make this one firewood. Nice. I got 3 batteries here.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer. This'll come in handy.
Okay. Let's get up, well, let's look up here real fast before we forget. Yeah, there we go. There's usually
Wonder if I
something
can
up
drop
here.
any of this gear.
Okay, let's get back this direction.
Anything right now.
Let's start looking up at these cliff faces. And see if we can find a place to go up. We should have put some water on to boil when we left, so it would be done when we got back. There's some birds. Oh, coward. That's one. Come on, dude. Damn it. Two of them's like hardly not worth cooking. Is the problem.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It takes so long to break down. But you really want 3 of them. Minimum. Not to mention that you got the smelly meat factor going on. I mean, wolves are really rare on this map, but you don't want to walk around with meat if it's not going to be worth it. And we have 4 arrows total. Where are they coming from? Anyone? I don't see them. I might get up on that tree. Oh, there they are. Shoot. Kind of far away. Nice. Now see, that's a meal. 2's really not worth it. 5? Should have had 6. That one's only got 1 shot left in it. Where'd that bird go? I just saw that bird disappear, right?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Didn't I have another one? Wow. They just straight up robbed me. I did get 4, right? I got 5 in my inventory, so... yeah, I think that was it. I'm just freaking, don't mind me. It's early morning, I haven't had coffee and breakfast yet, so... gotta forgive me. I look like a feather. Get some vegetables. Okay, so we got like lunch and dinner here. That is a lot of bird.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Did I intend to spend the whole day cooking birds? No, I did not. That was too much to ignore. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep some of these fatter cuts of meat. Put that there and leave it. I think there was a can here somewhere. You guys saw it too, right? When there were a 10 can here. Oh, there's matches. Oh, wait, yeah, I think it was in that coal chute. Ain't that big a deal. Oh. Yeah, I got a ruined can of dog food or something on me. If I get desperate and need to crack a can open to make water, I can. Wait, using your hands and the shiv is the same amount of time. And calories. Wow. Shiv is just no help at all.